welcome back. This is your man Warrior. This is another patron roster review, and RedWingZero is an awesome patron of mine from the Mandalorians. And of course, he is doing well for himself at 12th currently and 7th currently, respectively, in both of the arenas. Now, RedWingZero needs just a little bit of focus on the heroic AAT raid, and the arena teams wanted some alternate arena teams to try out, as well as knowing what he should be doing in the phases. And so we want to get him and make him successful. It's going to spawn a couple of side projects for him, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Now, the arena team you're using is Darth Vader lead, and Chirrut Baze and Darth Nihilus and Kylo. That's a great team, but the secret with a Darth Vader lead to really be effective and devastating and really, really hard to beat on defense is a Sith Assassin. So for your first side project is going to be Sith Assassin. You need to get her max star, max gear, max level, everything, man. Get her going. Put her in place of Kylo Ren. Surprisingly, she'll make your Darth Nihilus and Darth Vader extremely fast, go a lot, and Darth Vader, when he goes fast, is more than enough offense to devastate another team, especially when he's going a lot and those dots can't be cleansed. So you want him to go really, really fast, and that's what Sith Assassin is for. It's just more synergy than Kylo. I know Kylo on offense is amazing, but Sith Assassin on offense is amazing as well. She can stun, and she speeds the entire team up significantly. So this team that you have, but change out Kylo Ren for Sith Assassin. Now, another option, since you have so many characters maxed out, another option would be Rex as a leader. And of course, using your Chase combination behind Rex. That triple combo is amazing. Rex lead with Chirrut Baze behind him. And then you'd want to plug in Darth Nihilus. He's an excellent character that can be plugged into any team. But with Chirrut Baze and Rex lead, Darth Nihilus is going to get plenty of attempts to do Drain Force. And you have Darth Nihilus already maxed out, so he works excellent in this team composition. And the last slot could go to General Kenobi or R2-D2. General Kenobi would be my preference, but I didn't see General Kenobi in your thing. So I hope Mandalorians is helping you get him with the heroic raids. I hope you're pretty close to unlocking him. And when you get him, he'll be your #1 priority. But until then, you do have R2-D2. You're going to have to throw some mods on him, though, and you're going to have to get his attacks and abilities up. I know a lot of people said R2's not that good. He's just okay. And I would disagree with that. In the right team composition, he's overpowered for sure, and is an excellent addition to any team. So you could definitely throw him under Rex. It's devastating the amount of stuns he can put down on the opposing team under that, plus with the stealth, putting stealth on everyone but Baze just makes it really annoying for the opposing team to try to hit. And R2 targets naturally your tank, so he's going to work well with only one tank in there. Another option, this is kind of an interesting combination a lot of people are starting to hear about, is actually a Wedge Antilles lead. Going back to Wedge, but you don't even need Biggs. You just use Wedge for his offense, his health, and turn meter gain for other rebels. And then, of course, you use your Chirrut and Baze behind Wedge because they're both going to be doing significantly more damage. And you could use R2 as well because R2's got the same abilities with rebels and whatnot, so he's going to get all of the same abilities. And R2-D2 under Wedge can hit for 10 to 15k on a basic and get a stun off, which is pretty devastating to the opposing team. And then in this team comp that I'm suggesting with a Wedge lead, Chirrut Baze and R2, you could throw your Kylo Ren in as your 5th, or Darth Nihilus, but Kylo Ren would be fun. These are just some different, Wedge lead and Darth Vader lead and Rex lead. These are just some different comps that you can try out to make sure that you have a varying team. All right, Red, now that we have done the arena, the 3 different options for arena teams, we're going to go ahead and move right into the phases, phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. And first phase, I am still going to suggest Jedi. I know a lot of people that try to do the whole Kylo trick, in and out, in and out, in and out. It just takes so much time, and it's so much work that most people would rather just do something else. And you have a great set of Jedis, a phenomenal set of Jedis, actually. In Ayla could be a great leader, but if you want to get a little bit extra damage, I would actually suggest, because you have like all the Jedi you really need, but I would actually suggest I'm a Gungar. He is one of the only ones you haven't developed, and you're not afraid, Red, of developing characters. And I don't have a huge list. Since I've already given you a Sith Assassin for your Sith, I'm going to give you I'm a Gungar for your Jedi, and him as a lead. Your Jedi are going to be durable enough to go through all 15 rounds of Phase 1 and not die until the very, very end of Phase 1 when it's an auto kill from him. So I'm a Gungar is only going to increase the amount of damage that you're doing. And of course, you'll do an I'm a Gungar lead, and then you'll use Ayla Secura, Ahsoka Tano with Jedi Knight Anakin, and then probably Qui-Gon Jinn. He's going to be the next biggest damage dealer, and that team should be able to apply a ridiculous amount of damage. For Phase 2, you have, for Phase 2, clone troopers. They're phenomenal. You would take Rex out of this team and actually put Leia in here, so you're going to want to make sure Leia's maxed out. But you're almost finished with this team. It looks great. Really, this is for Phase 2 or Phase 4. But Cody, obviously, you've got to finish. And when I say finish, I mean you're going to have to put mods on him, and good mods, like very, very fast mods. He needs to be the fastest on the team for his 212th attack. And you got to get his attacks and abilities up, and you definitely have to Zeta his ability. Now, I don't suggest this for Phase 3 for everybody. It definitely takes a special person with a specific team to be able to do this, but I would run a Sith team for Phase 3. I do think you're actually going to be able to get more damage than like a T-Botine or Chirpantine or any of those weird team comps, Empire teams. They're great, but I think you could get more out of Sith. Put a Darth Vader lead with Darth Nihilus, Emperor Palpatine. If you get your Sith Assassin developed, Sith Assassin in there, and you could put in like Darth Sidious or Darth Maul. Darth Maul's great because they get lots of additional bonus turns, and he's going to prevent that with days. If he goes before Darth Nihilus, then Darth Nihilus is going to be able to do his increase of cooldowns, but it decreases his cooldowns on Annihilate. And since there's 7 total robots, I mean, he literally could use his increase drain force and then immediately do an Annihilate for 100,000 on the main robot, which is awesome. Darth Vader is going to put the dots that will never go away. He's tanky and durable. And then, of course, with Darth Maul dazing, you're not going to worry about all those additional ridiculous turns being taken by the opposing team. Emperor Palpatine you could have on here, or you could actually sub Emperor Palpatine out for a durable tank like Shore Trooper or someone like that. But Darth Nihilus and a Sith team in this third phase really gets it done. Darth Vader can Culling Blade for a couple 100,000 pretty easily with all of the dots that stack. So really you just want Darth Maul, Darth Nihilus, Darth Vader, and then possibly Sith Assassin to make them faster, or use a couple of tanks to keep them alive, which isn't too difficult at all. And for Phase 4, now, of course, clones and rebels are pretty interchangeable with Phase 2 and Phase 4. You could use your rebels in Phase 2 or Phase 4, but you definitely need a rebel team. And so for this rebel team, I definitely recommend your Chirrut and Baze, Biggs, and Wedge. And then you could have a fifth. You can use, Lando Calrissian on this team, or you could use your Admiral Akbar. R2-D2 even would be an excellent addition to this particular team. Or you could even use Jyn Erso. However, if you're going to use Jyn Erso, you're going to want to Zeta her leadership ability into the fray, and you haven't done that yet. So there's a Zeta ability option right there, but you also have to Zeta Cody, and I would prioritize Cody over Jyn. Also, Jyn is great in the raids, so you definitely want to make sure that at some point down the road that if you're going to use her in the future, that you finish her off, although you've pretty much got her completely and utterly maxed. Now, I don't see General Kenobi in your list, and so I'm not sure if you're earning him, but I hope you are. When you get him, make sure that you max him out. Of course, I've recommended Sith Assassin and I'm a Gungar, and then Cody, finish him off and get his Zeta, and then of course Jyn Erso could be another Zeta that you choose. But Phase 1 is going to be Jedi. Phase 2 is clones or rebels. Phase 3, do a Sith team. You should be able to easily get 1 million out of your Sith, the Sith that you have. And Phase 4, the rebels. And with Arena, remember, you could do the Rex lead that I talked about. This team you're currently looking at, easily all you have to do is take Kylo Ren out and stick Sith Assassin in. And the only 2 real characters that you don't have geared up to make all of this happen is going to be your Sith Assassin and I'm a Gungar. So get those 2 up. Red, I appreciate you giving me a chance to take a look at this. I'm glad I was finally able to get to your roster review. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.